Alrighty, so about a week ago today, the My Hero Academia Chapter 387 spoilers came out, and I took so long to edit that video I was making that the actual translations came out. So now that I have a better understanding of the chapter, I want to review it in its entire context and complexity. Starting off, the whole intro of the chapter is with Gaten and Mr. Compress in a prison talking to each other pretty much to pass the time because while the war is going on, they have nothing else to do. Gaten starts getting into the history of the Himura clan, that bloodline, which of course Rei Todoroki is a part of. This is now confirmation that Gaten is a part of that same family. He's saying how the blood runs thick and how they would marry in between the family to try to keep that blood thick and to keep their quirk powers as pure as possible, but eventually that came to pass, and they started marrying outside of the family for different reasons, and this eventually leads to Gaten saying that it wouldn't be unsurprising for someone, and we get a glimpse of Toya here, having some sort of quirk ability or hidden quirk ability that hasn't even been discovered yet because of how quirks mix and evolve over years and bloodlines and different people getting together, etc., children. And then this little conversation ends with Gaten asking about Mr. Compress and something that he wants to talk about, so we might get some more of his backstory next. Following this, so the chapter pretty much literally explodes as we get the Toya and Endeavor confrontation, which has been going on for quite a bit now off screen, but nonetheless it is really cool to see here. As we heard in last chapter, Toya is about to explode and Endeavor is trying to deal with the repercussions of this. Toya is just barely conscious, running at Endeavor saying, "Look at me," and Endeavor is seeing this younger version of Toya through whatever beast and monster he's become. It's really emotional, and what ends up happening is actually something I predicted in a previous video, which I'll link below, regarding the fate of Toya and Endeavor. But as this fight continues and Endeavor is just getting, pummeled essentially by Toya's flames and anger, Toya is barely conscious. Endeavor's saying that he doesn't want Toya to die and to put out his flames, but obviously Toya is not doing so. He's not listening. Toya is going to keep fighting until he explodes, so Endeavor is trying to take him away as far from other civilians as possible. And then in this moment, Endeavor looks at him and realizes that there's no other way, there's nothing else he can do. Toya is going to explode here, and he's not going to let his son die alone, and he's not going to let Toya bring anyone else into this, as he is thinking back on all the moments and realizing it is all his fault and he has to take atonement for it. He was planning to survive and live on with his family and atone that way, but he's realizing here that he's going to have to sacrifice himself. All of this is just a beautiful, amazing culmination of the Todoroki storyline, and specifically Endeavor and Toya's relationship. Toya's burning up with anger, rage, blind hatred, and Endeavor here is realizing that, okay, there's no stopping this. This is the result of my actions, and I'm not going to let Toya bring anyone else or hurt anyone else more and, bring them into this with this explosion. So Endeavor grabs Toya, deciding he's going to die with his son, and starts using Toya's flames to propel upwards. One thing I actually failed to mention was that a moment previously during this battle between Endeavor and Toya starts manifesting ice from his chest, which is Rei's quirk, and this kind of goes back to what Gaten said with a hidden ability, also with the fact that when quirk users are close to death, such as with Bakugo, they may have some sort of quirk evolution, so that's seemingly what this is here. And yeah, this is showing Toya is very close to death here. He is literally going to explode, and Endeavor and him propel upwards into the sky. Toya is just about to explode. Endeavor is ready to die with his son, and right before that happens, Rei Todoroki shows up, seemingly using her quirk to try to cover them or conceal the blast with ice, maybe cool down Toya. So yeah, we knew that the Todoroki family in one of the evacuation sites was very close, and Rei Todoroki is here. I'm suspecting the other two Todoroki siblings, Natsuo and Fuyumi, I think her name is. I'm pretty sure they'll be showing up too. And Todoroki and Ida are on their way as well. So this is going to be a crazy culmination here. I do think it's beautiful that Endeavor, while not actually dying here with his son, I guess, was planning to. He was willing to do that, and that's what I had predicted, but it looks like that's going to be stopped one way or another. Nonetheless, though, the fact that we got this scene here is really beautiful, Endeavor deciding to do that. And yeah, that's it for this video. I really love this chapter. I think it's one of the best we've had in a while. If you did enjoy, please subscribe, comment your thoughts on the chapter, and I'll see you all in the next one.